you have to know the Mafia. You have to know New York City. You don't just walk into a place, and say, hey, I'm a jewel thief.
Right.
Doesn't work that way. You gotta get seen. You gotta be around. So I moved out of my residence. Of course, my family wasn't in New York anyway, but I had to move into my apartment. And we had certain bars and restaurants that we knew these fences and wise guys hung out in. And the idea was just go in, get my face seen, and hopefully get into conversation with somebody.
How do you go and get your face seen? You just show up by yourself?
Just show up.
Is that suspicious, though? A guy shows up by himself, not from the neighborhood?
No, well, that's the thing. And see, because I couldn't say, hey, I'm from Brooklyn,
Right.
I'm from Manhattan, I'm from the Bronx, because these guys have the contacts everywhere.
Right.
So it was up to me if I got into conversation with anybody. My story was, and then again, you have to know your enemy, okay? And the enemy was the Mafia. So you have to know about the Mafia. You have to know if you do get into conversation with these guys, and they're trying to check your backstory, where you're from. My background was I was an orphan. Okay? And I moved between Florida and California. Why an orphan? Because then I wouldn't have to produce a mother and a father. Because again, if I was lucky enough to get in, they'd say, well, where are your parents at?
Right.
I couldn't have any siblings that I knew of.
Right.
I couldn't have been married. So I couldn't have an ex-wife or anything, because I would have had to produce somebody.
Right.
So my backstory was I was an orphan. To back it up, we found an orphanage that had burnt down, and all the records were destroyed, so they couldn't check that. I mean, these are all things that if you're going to send somebody into an undercover operation that is deep. Remember, I had no informant bringing me in. It had to be a cold entree. So I hung around maybe 5-6 months. That's all I did. And that's another thing, job. Because if they see you Monday to Friday and then they don't see you Saturday, where the hell are you Saturday and Sunday?
Right.
So it's 7 days a week. It was 7 days a week.